All right, chat. I got a Death Battles reaction, bro. Marvel vs. DC, Sentry versus Superboy. Superboy? Superboy. Superboy Prime. Okay. Personally, I think that I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too deep in the lore with either, but I'm gonna just say Sentry, just to say Sentry. Okay. Um, but without further ado, let's get into it.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Chat, if Superboy Prime win,
One superhero
I will give
stands
each of
alone
you
at the peak of
$10,000.
Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued
Super
with the power
soldier
of
serum.
a million exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gotta be one hell of
Damn.
a bowel movement. And what better way to use his new powers than to become a sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or
Oh, that's
even hear
fire.
butterflies
That's
sneeze
fire.
from across the planet.
You butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry cells absorb and process the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Damn, they
The
gave this
Sentry
nigga
can draw power
everything.
from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. And despite being microscopic,
Damn.
his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Yeah, he got
Indeed,
all
the Sentry is more
all
than
them
strong
powers.
enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk, where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed. The Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also
Damn.
battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within Planck time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time. So you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the Sentry and the Void were one and the same.
Bum, bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's
Damn,
whole origin
actually?
story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who drank the Sentry serum just to get high. And the Void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes,
What?
from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man. to
Damn, that's
handle.
actually
The
tough.
only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future. including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your
Damn.
problems always makes them better.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and his
Alright.
desire to somehow control the Void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, you know, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another
Right.
mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The Sentry can create and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and
Damn.
more, except he doesn't hold back. He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness,
Holy
possess
shit, bro! I never heard of this character in the history of ever, bro, and he has so much lore to him. Okay, realistically, I haven't heard him. I haven't heard of him because it's probably my fault. But like, I wish this nigga like was out there more. Like, I ain't never heard anybody bring up Sentry ever. Have you? No? Okay, cool.
your body and devour your soul.
With his infinitendrils, the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once could barely handle him. Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel.
Yo,
Great
shout out
fucking job,
Wolverine,
Norm.
bro.
I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Okay.
Do you believe a man can fly?
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent. A totally normal boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the
Superboy's
day
19.
Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did! Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just
You're
in
lying,
time to
bro.
give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I
Chat,
can
50
fly!
subs and I'll go to Krypton right now.
Ugh. Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers: flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. as stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian.
Super
Oh
Chud
no,
Prime.
he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century. That's what I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained.
Kryptonian biology. Oh well, this is all that. This is everything they just said. Edict memory. What is that? Just mega memory, bro, and super senses. Because why the fuck not? Okay.
It's like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks.
Valid
by
superhero
thinking, and
moveset,
their
you know
souls
what I'm
can
saying?
resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
With a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy. Literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe. Just to
Damn.
be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats in scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered
Damn,
an
Beast
alternate
Boy is a
universe Justice
Velociraptor?
League, and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was
Damn.
fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to
Damn.
watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely
W script.
recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman.
Dang.
Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across
Nah, chat,
the
trust, I
multiverse,
still got
Prime
Sentry winning
became a
this.
Space-time anomaly. And he
Sentry
slowly
still
learned
got
how to
this, chat, don't
manipulate
worry.
reality itself with his
Maybe worry a
fists.
little
I
bit.
guess you could call it his retcon punch.
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guy so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight.
Who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly.
Aw,
and it was the
super
first
dog.
step toward becoming a
Yo,
true
Godly,
hero.
what's up, bro?
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed.
Who am I betting on?
he could fly.
Fingers crossed for Sentry. I said Sentry at the beginning of the video, and I'm loyal to what
All
I
right,
say.
the battle's about to
I'm a
begin,
little
but
scared,
first,
though,
hit
'cause they've
calls
been
are back.
glazing-
Hey, I'm Ben.
They've been glazing the fuck out of Superboy Prime. The fuck, and this nigga actually has pretty cool lore. Pretty cool lore. But I get Sentry. Bro, I said no joke. If Sentry loses, I give everyone $10,000. Yeah, I'm still riding on that, bro. I'm still riding on that. Pokemon, nah, I'm probably gonna play Marvel Rivals after this. I ain't gonna lie.
The voice of Wiz.
And I'm Chad.
With Chad and I being made right now are because they were picked now before their first be
It's
Oh. Speaking of, sadly, what happened? You lost your starter in Leaf Green? Damn. Wait, how? What'd you lose? I promise you, it was something so minute, bro. That's how Nuzlocke are. They will cheat shot your shit, bro. Nuzlocke will cheat you out of your, bro. Nuzlocke will cheat you, bro. Damn, that's one thing I learned about Nuzlocke. It'll be something so small. Literally a random crit. Yeah, it's bullshit like that, bro. That gets you to lose your starter, bro. It's so like, bro. Nuzlocke are meant to be against you, bro. Nuzlocke are not for you to, bro. Nuzlocke are not for you, bro. Like, it be having me, bro. I be thinking about it, I'm like, bro, the way Pokemon works, like the Pokemon's mechanics of, like the mechanics of the game, like, it's not meant, like, I don't know. It's just like sometimes they put middle fingers in there just randomly. You know what I'm saying? A random Machoke revenge? Damn, bro. Peep, random, bro. Sad. But hey, you know what though? At least you beat Brock. At least you beat Brock, and you know. Wait, did the Charmander make it to a Charizard, or nah? If it made it to a Charizard, that fucking sucks. But in the same time, that's also a blessing. But all right, chat. Let's get back into this.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Yo, fingers crossed for Sentry, chat.
This city
No
won't
bullshit.
last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
and mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork.
Ugh, that was so
Amount of
cheesy,
Kia
bro.
coming right up.
Damn.
You're dealing with someone who has the power.
Damn, he shut his ass right up.
Million exploding suns.
Yeah, Sentry.
Mistake, dipwad.
Yeah, Sentry.
Time.
It's what?
Man, fuck prime time.
Are you
Damn.
kidding me? Another Dark Superman fraud? Boring. It's cool when I do it.
No, it's not. Damn. Oh shit!
Please, stop hitting me.
He'll kill you. I'll kill you. To death.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Turn me up. Damn.
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want. If Bob couldn't
Oh yeah, Sentry.
What hope do you have, boy? Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again, whatever happened to Lori?
Oh shit. He brought him a girl, now he turning up, bro.
Silver Clark, there is no happy ending. Not for you, not for me, not for anyone else. In the void.
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
No. Sentry! Oh, GG's.
Bob,
Oh shit.
you kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Crisis
Wait.
averted.
Okay, so technically he lost. Damn
I
it.
don't think
Oh,
I've ever
fuck.
seen someone beat
Bro, I got
to
so
death
turned.
so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into 3 chapters. Their strength,
Bro, these death
intelligence,
battles
and
usually
power.
end.
As with any flying brick fight, the first
These death
question
battles
you gotta
usually
answer
end
is,
in fucking
who's
like
stronger?
Prime and Sentry are
Ultra
naturally
death,
two of the
bro.
heaviest
It's
hitters
just
in
hilarious.
DC and Marvel.
Where's
More
my
than capable
10
of
grand?
matching and surpassing
Bro.
Harold
Did you hear me, bro? I said I was going to if no, you're not getting your 10 grand, bro. You're not getting your 10 grand. No 10 grand for you, bro. Fuck. I'm mad. I want a Sentry to win so bad. Fuck. Fuck.
level opponents like Superman and Thor.
No.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their
I
clashes.
genuinely wanted him
Just
to win so
absolute
bad,
wacky
bro.
Bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we
Sentry
have
has
to take
such
a
cool
close
lore,
look
and I
at the
didn't know who this
strongest
nigga was
beings
at
they
all.
fought. Molecule Man and the Darkest
At all.
Night.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man, but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry,
Wait, Godly,
he
so
wasn't at
was
his
your
full
Charmander
power.
just a
So we can
Charmeleon?
only scale this so far.
But Prime
Stupid
overpowered
question.
the
Did you
Darkest
only
Night
have a Charmeleon?
after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan, both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Night was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge in strength. But muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn. Quick
That was a nice
with
fight, though.
intelligence.
That fight was
While
really
Prime
cool.
does possess a super advanced Kryptonian brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
Sure, he mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was the more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may
Charmeleon.
be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage
Now
will
it's starting me in this
eventually
place
knock them
because
out
I need
or
a surf
kill them.
mod.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's
Damn.
insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime,
That's a
his
Pokemon I
ability
gotta
to retcon
use,
away
bro.
history and mess with your whole timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific
I always wanted to
resistance
use a Starmie, but it was always like a
something
late
he's
game
been
water
affected
type,
by
bro.
In the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off
Damn.
mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob, defeat was unavoidable.
The winner is Superboy Pro.
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime.
I thought they was gonna switch it up and say, "Oh shit." I thought it was gonna be like, "Oh, shit, jokes on you. Sentry wins." I was gonna be, bro. I was ready to be hype as fuck, bro. No cap.